Okay. Now, true say TINUBU, they buy governors. They buy PDP governors and PDP members to APC. Or these governors just want to satanically move because of their past atrocities, so that if they get to APC, they'll be saved. Remember, someone talking in the past, if you join APC, all your sins are forgiven. Watch this video.
Well, for what I know, and I don't claim to know everything, the APC is basically using money to buy off PDP.
Well, some say a carrot and a stick. So the money is the carrot, what's the stick?
I'm not quite sure. Of course, if there are people with records in the EFCC, they might threaten them. They might do these kind of things, and this has been the practice right from the time of President Obasanjo. So this might be, but I think the essential thing is basically money. And for me, this is a very serious issue. And this should be the center of our conversation in politics today. Because for as long as money is going to be the determining factor, you know, then that's the end of democracy and that's the end of politics.
I would agree.
Then we go into something else completely different, maybe on the path of Peru under Fujimori.
Yeah. So it's very worrying. Yeah. The PDP, though, in its response through the acting national chairman, Umar Damagum, has said that the next election will not be determined. First of all, they said they weren't expecting the mass defections in Delta State. Then he said that the next election will not be determined by the number of governors in a party, but it'll be between the people and the APC, and that it would be an opportunity to punish the ruling party for the pain that it's inflicted on the country. Well, what do you think of that response? So that seemed a bit tepid coming from the party that is supposed to be the main opposition in the country.
Well, there has not been opposition right from the time the Minister Wiki did what he did. I mean, basically, PDP has lost that opportunity to become an opposition party. Look at how members behaved, you know, in the last big issue of emergency rule in the parliament. Look at what they did when it came to the budgeting, to so many other things. So really, there is no opposition party. Really?
But what do you see as the dangers right now for the PDP? Can they prevent more top-level people in the party from defecting?
I don't think. I think the foundation is essentially wrong. You know, I was part of the merger. As you know, I was National Secretary of AC, which became ACN. And during the merger of ACN, some governors from PDP, part of ANPP and, you know, part of ABGA. During that merger, a fundamental mistake was made. We did everything, myself and the chair, BC Akande, to stop it. And what was that? It was the fact that now that we have an opportunity to reconstruct a party, we should develop a criteria for people who are going to hold responsibilities of the party. They all opposed it, except a few of us. And why? Because everybody wants to bring his own person in the party. If I'm a politician, I'm interested in a particular post, you know, I want to make sure that in the National Working Committee, I have either the secretary or I have the, the organizing secretary or the legal advisor or some kind of post, you know, within. And what do? They send their boys or their girls, basically. People who are not even qualified to be there, who don't have the character to hold a party. People who don't have sufficient education to even understand the implication of some of the things they do. Now, these are the people now, because the relationship between them and these people are basically transactional, right? It's money. Somebody comes with a higher price, and they go for it. And that's what's happening, not just in the PDP, even in the APC. Get to any party. This is what politicians do. And see what is coming. I fought this as much as I could. I pulled back when I realized that, but I made my point. And I'm in a position to tell some of these people who blocked this idea because they thought they were going to lose. I said, if you have people who are qualified, who have character, who have got the passion for the party, you can be sure of one thing: that party is going to remain intact.
I'm my very dear friend, and we have quite a number of other leaders who have come. Tony Ilwobe means I don't do bad. And in fact, once you have joined APC, all your sins are forgiven.
After hearing that, somebody sits somewhere and underplay the level of corruption as a major reason why we are consistently down as a country, and undermine the value of integrity, values and principles in determining who leads us in this country. What has kept this country on its knees consistently is corruption. Don't deceive yourself. See, deliberately, our political class and elite has opened up a system of allowing politicians have access to corrupting themselves, have access to embezzling funds. They are refusing to build systems and strengthen our institutions so that these guys can fall frail to the privileges and abuse their offices, so that they can use it to manipulate them. And I can give you a long list. What you are seeing in Delta State is a play out of corruption that you have already. Bible said that he that breaks the air serpent shall bite. When you have allowed yourself to become, to delve into something that you're not supposed to delve into, you become a puppet, you become a tool for whoever is in charge, whoever is in the central government to manipulate you. And what we have seen happen now to Sheriff Oborivori, Ifeanyi Okowa, will play out as it were in Akwa Ibom State. As I talk to you, though it's still on a very low level ground because Godswill Akpabio is trying to make it easy, soft landing for the current government. The former governor, Emmanuel Udom of Akwa Ibom State, who was a key player of the PDP in the last election, already has corruption charges being pumped up against him. And so one of the things he has to do is to get his successor to work in for the current government. That is the case. That is the way. And it's not just now he started doing Okukwe. That was Director General of the campaign of Peter Obi. Why did he resign from Peter Obi's campaign? And how did he become a TINUBU's puppet that started to even attack Peter Obi and obedient? It was corruption charge that was brought up against him. Something he involved himself in Igolo Ebele Jonathan's government before 2015. Yemi Osinbajo, the immediate past president of this country, how was he implicated? Trader money that they gave him to go and be sharing. A versus that Osinbajo was very vocal. At some point during the lives of President Buhari, former President Buhari, Osinbajo would initiate a lot of things, but they shut him down. Osinbajo didn't steal anyway, but they just allowed administrative malpractice to happen in the monies that were available to him. And these things may not be written black and blue in any tablet, but I'm telling you, ask people that are in corridors of power, these were things that they use in shutting these guys. Guess what? It is a deliberate. See, corruption is a tool of the Nigerian political class to silencing, right, to manipulate, to deceive, and to get political will at any time. Because again, remember that these guys want to survive. Nobody wants to have a Emefiele treatment. The reason why Emefiele will remain in jail is not because, yes, TINUBU is angry, Emefiele dead TINUBU, but he needs to use that as a reason. Now, politician will call you, say, you see what Emefiele they go through. Not try TINUBU. That is all you need. Who has to be incarcerated, lose all the things you have suffered for? It's not just do the camp. I go to camp and make my arrest. So you continue to have all of this. So now, until we begin to have people that have integrity, values, and principle, people that can stand in. I am not trying to say Peter Obi is a saint. Do you think that if this government has got anything on him, all of the records, all of the attempts, all of the things, while he was governor, whatever he's doing, you think they will spare him? They will not spare him. They will bring it out against him. Again, like I said, he's not a saint. He's like every other Nigerian. He just tries to keep his track clean. He understands the game and he's being careful, whatever it is. But I'm telling you, until we continue to preach this message, people that do not have integrity should not have a case around us. And if somebody is found wanting for cases like this, Don't push them too hard. You will expose them. Because these guys become the people you think are supposed to be poster boy of your democratic intentions and ideology. You are pushing them. The ruling class just calls them and say, hey, there are books against you. And before you know, they sell out. You don't know. They sell out. Why I love this? I was reading a comment a couple of minutes ago and somebody was trying to be very deceptive. Yes, I agree that I should apologize for the show for not mentioning. It's not because I didn't see that video may look old, but then again, I didn't bother to double check to see. But I should have even mentioned that it seems this video is old, but it doesn't change anything. And I said that in my second video, it doesn't change anything. And somebody's coming to say Nuhu Ribadu was an anti-corruption fighter. Excuse me? Do you know Nuhu? Nuhu was Tinubu's presidential candidate in 2011. He was. Even though Tinubu pushed Nuhu Ribadu, he knew what he wanted. He deliberately also had a way he was thinking. If it doesn't work, how can somebody that was with Tinubu as a 2011 is now who became anti-corruption fighter 2018 and 19? Are you mad or something? You get sense? No one was supposed to be running mate to Muhammadu Buhari in 2015. Now the religious card and the ethnic card where they want play, now made they remove no put the Muslim Bajo. So suddenly, so no has always been a dirty fighter. He has been the politics of the. I know he did a lot of work with EFCC, of course. Remember again, one of the things that Nuhu is hyped about in his work in EFCC was what he did to Tafawa Balogun, for example, the then IGP, and it was because we were in the same camp. Tafawa Balogun was an appointee of Olusegun Obasanjo. If you know, a lot of you are Gen Z, so you don't know all of this. And Tinubu has always been anti Obasanjo. So Nuhu already had a private alignment with Tinubu right from time. So the dealing with Tafawa Balogun wasn't supposed to be anything special because at the end of the day, he didn't change anything basically. So don't come here and tell me Nuhu has always been a bad boy who has been with Tinubu since 2011. As I talk to you now, Nuhu is being hinted to maybe replacing Shetima in 2027 election or even replace Tinubu as president. God forbid back in 2031. So wow. So Showore frolicking, Showore associating with Nuhu Ribadu himself is a dangerous omen. Shows that there is so much to look again. Like I said, nobody is a saint in Nigerian political scene. I'm not a saint either. But don't come here and paint yourself as though you are perfect. The other man is worse off. All of you have got the hacky panky and the many things you do. Like I said, until we continue to look at how institutions in this country can thrive to fight corruption and look at people with integrity that has values and principles, we are going nowhere. Like Oshomole said there, if you come to APC, you become a saint. So all of the things are only there to take cover, just to survive, to avoid going to jail. Not because that there is any strategy. All of the Sheriff Oboriwoli, all of the Okowa, all the guys that will come later, they are not coming because they believe. Even if they tell you that to align, their predecessors have told them we need to go there for safety or else we'll go to jail. Then two, they are also scared. I think I'll add that in my next video that you're going to see. I'll put that out. One of the reasons with these governors at the campaign, they are scared because of Tinubu's issue. They are scared that Tinubu will never have a free and fair election at all. You go just rob everywhere, everything will spoil. And they want to have a second term. I beg another day, this is not too long. I'll catch another time. Bye for now. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. A lot of things will be shared there by the grace of God. All of these short videos, want to do longer ones, do that on YouTube. Mr. Common Sense. Catch you again. Bye for now.
That's all we have for you guys. Put your comments on the comment section. Join us every day, 7 p.m. Nigerian time. Let's continue to talk about it. This is affecting you and I. Thank you guys. This is Naija Watch Media. I'll see you guys later. Take care and bye for now.